Hello, everybody. Phenomenal Sir here, back with another Saturday morning episode of Skyrim. So, this is not something that I've played in a while, and as you can see, I have not purchased the Skyrim anniversary upgrade because I hear it doesn't work so well. Um, and it's not really worth the money, is what I'm reading. But I like Skyrim. I just don't normally play it on stream. So VEEVEEDOOF, in their immortal wisdom, um, has redeemed to bring back a classic. So we're gonna play a few hours of Skyrim, and hopefully they come in and enjoy what they see, or watch the VOD later, or whatever. But yeah, let's get into it. And I'm going to be playing on the old controller. This will be the last time I stream with the old controller, I think. So this will be a farewell. Your sounds are gone. That's because I turned them off. Oh, you mean the sound alerts? Yeah, I turned those off too because they were stealing people's money and not being audible. So I'm gonna try and fix them, but for now they're gone. Calrea, sorry. So anyway, let's jump into it. I'm just gonna hit continue. I don't even know what I was doing last time. Oh, yes, just do it. Well, this place looks familiar. Oh Lord. Um, no. Oh, that's what I was doing last time. I had just gotten the. I remember instantly. It's all coming back to me now. I had just done the quest where I killed all the bandits, and I got the transmute iron ore to gold ore spell. And I had said that next time I was going to come back, I was going to be rich because I was going to spend some time off stream turning all these iron ore into gold ore. Mm. Okay. Huh. Oh my god, I don't remember the controls. Okay. Oh god. Not like this. What? Hang on a second. Carp? Skeleton? Why is there a skeleton in this mode? Is this new? They had a carp. That's got to be from fishing. That's because the major free stuff that came out in the anniversary edition, like the fishing and the survival stuff, they added into the regular game anyway. So I think that's got to be the fishing thing, because I know like once you build your own house or whatever, you're allowed to. Oh, never been over here before. Huh. You're allowed to fish and then catch the fish and put them in aquariums in your house and stuff like that. So, I'm guessing that this is a hint right here, the little child's doll or whatever, that one of the little girls, probably, I would say probably the Jarl's daughter, has a key in her room or something that you can open this. But I've literally never been over here. Did not know that was there. How are we doing on money? Money. How are we doing on money? Hey, VEEVEEDOOF. Hello, hello. How are you doing? I remember nothing of what I was doing. Michael Graham Thomas 7. Or the 7th, whichever. Thank you for the follow. Welcome. Hello, VEEVEEDOOF. I told you I'd play it today. I did your bidding. Doing pretty good. I overslept a little bit, so I wasn't able to eat breakfast before I started streaming. So I definitely need to eat something before our race with Danaz later, or I will be a sad boy. I will be an incredibly sad boy. What's going on over here? Just for Calrea, let's get this done real quick, y'all. What does it need? 1 and 2. Okay. I would like to earn enough money to be able to just buy a house real quick, because we're getting into that point in the game. I think that we really need to we really need to have like a place to sleep, place to store our stuff. So, do we have any soul gems that are like actually good? Look at all this. Look at all this stuff we've got. Oh God. Oh no. I gotta get rid of this stuff. I gotta get rid of it.
I don't claim to be the best.
How much does this house cost again? It's 5K, right? Let me go over here. I can go just run in with my hands in front of me. Let me sell some stuff. Oh, well, the shop's not open yet. Damn it. No, I did not, VEEVEEDOOF. Secret base in the hotel. No, I haven't even started the main. Well, I think I just killed the dragon. Let me see. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh God. Nobody touch me. Nobody touch me. Okay. Standing in the middle of the town square and I lit myself on fire. Nobody touch me. This is not good. Let me, hey, you jerk. Let me, there we go. Okay. Anyway, I'm still learning the controls again. Okay, so I haven't killed the dragon yet. Thought we had. Interesting. Don't come over here. Stay away, child. Okay, well, I guess I'll just sell stuff and go about my business.
Take a good look around. I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for. Everything. Take a look.
Okay. VEEVEEDOOF. I couldn't remember the name of the character either. Oh, Lord. VEEVEEDOOF. There he is. It's VEEVEEDOOF. Mammoth snouts. Scroll of Guardian Circle. Yes. Yes. Nice shoes. And I could probably manage to squeeze out
Come back.
a little more gold and buy a house. If they'll let me. I don't know if you have to kill the... I thought that was a body laying on the ground for a second. I don't know if you have to kill the dragon to be able to buy the house, but I really want to just like have a place to drop my crap. Okay. Now, let's see. Does anybody remember any fancy
If there's anything I can help you with, you have but to ask.
recipes? Man, I have just totally lost my mind about everything related to this game. I don't remember a damn thing about this game. I used to be like a pro at this. It's been a while.
I sell cure dollars, and I'll be happy to save.
Yeah, I would just roll up and just ba 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 ba. I would just make stuff. Fusro da, homie, to you as well, my friend. How are you doing?
Salves, poultices, and potions on my shelves. Browse to your heart's
I was like, I don't know what that makes. Large antlers. I believe the large antlers are a slow thing. And there's a dog. There's a dog. There's a fish that slows as well. Which one is it? The River Betty, I think.
Do let me know if I can help.
Ha ha! And then Dragon's Tongue. No.
You'll find
Dragon's Tongue plus Tundra Cotton.
potions on my shelves. Browse to your heart's content.
Okay. Oh, look at all that salmon roe. Salmon. I need chicken eggs. I do remember that. I need chicken eggs, and then we'll be able to make shitloads of money. Okay.
If there's anything I can help you with, you have but to ask.
Anyway, see if I can sell this stuff to her and buy myself a house.
Pardon me, but do I? As long as you clean up. A little wheat and blister wart makes a healing potion if you didn't know.
Oh, I've got wheat and blister wart. Hang on, I can do that.
Do let me know if I can be of
Wheat. Wheat. There we go. And I think I leveled up. Yup.
I have maybe a hardy Nord like you doesn't need a cure-all. So you're interested in my potions and ingredients?
Oh, I just want you to give me money. All right.
Back anytime
Hey,
if you need a remedy.
are we friends yet? We're not friends yet. Why aren't we friends yet? You ever think of returning to Cyrodiil?
The Stormcloaks can rot in oblivion for all of a sort. Within these, if I had a septum for every case of rock joint or whitbane I've
I feel like she was supposed to give me a quest because unless they changed something, I know she would give you a quest to give an item to Dude Man up here for a potion or whatever, and then when you came back and turned in the quest, she would she'd consider you a friend so you could help yourself to a lot of the lower value items in her shop, like the ingredients and things. I'm gonna catch one of those carps. Where is it? Oh, the carps are all gone. Where'd they go? There were carps here a second ago. Well, I guess that was my one chance to catch a carp, and I've missed out on it forever. There's an echo when the NPC speaks. Let me see. It might just be because my mic is picking up the dialogue, honestly. I feel like we had this issue last time we played as well, that she was... Don't talk about the DLC NPC. Yeah, it's not... There's not a whole lot I can do unless I don't know. Let me see.
I serve Jarl Ball. Splendid. There's a house available right now.
Let me listen.
Wonderful. Here's the key to your new home.
We got a house.
The Jarl has put out a bounty on some bandits. Here, take a look at this decree for details.
It doesn't sound too terrible. Are you sure you don't have it open in two screens?
I'll be glad to help you. And of course, now, what would you like to purchase?
Alchemy. I want an alchemy laboratory. No. Well, now my computer's turned up. So, there we go. Well, we got a house now, y'all. I feel like we might have to just start the day off with a little bit of horrible cheating so I can earn money. What do you think? Will you judge me if I start off the stream with horrible cheating followed by a walk of greed maneuver, VEEVEEDOOF? Have you seen me do the horrible cheating in this town yet? I can't remember if VEEVEEDOOF was here when I did the horrible cheat maneuver. Money is money? Well, guess what? We're gonna go get some. Unless they fixed this too. Jerks. I think they might have fixed it. It doesn't feel like I'm making good upward movement here. I did this last time. Okay. Yeah, they may have fixed it because it doesn't feel like I'm jumping as high now. Ah, well. I guess I'll just have to play the legitimate way, right? We won't do that. Oh! Moth. Oh, damn it. They're so quick. Lord. Anyway, we'll try this. See, well, if this is also gone, then we'll know for certain that they have addressed my cheating ways. Lightning bug. Where's that lunar moth? Luna moth, sorry. I just gotta find the spot again after not playing for 6 months. There we go. If you before you ask me why aren't you saying take all, it's because I want to know what I'm finding. Damn it. Okay. There we go. Walk of Greed back. Sell all this crap in the town when the sun comes up, and we will be able to actually play the game. Only took half an hour. Channel points well spent, eh, VEEVEEDOOF? I probably should have fired the game up a little early so I knew where I was. But I hadn't actually downloaded the game on my new computer. I realized this morning, I was like, oh, I gotta play Skyrim. And then I was like, oh, I gotta download Skyrim. Oh no. You know what? This might not be the most exciting gameplay, but this is what every damn person in the world knows they do. Okay? This is an authentic Skyrim experience. Brought to you by Les Sœurs des Phenomenal. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Oh well, I'm boned. Oh no! I've done nothing. I'm just standing here. The guards don't give a shit. Ah! Run! Ah! Oh! Oh! Oh my god, that was terrible! And then oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That was bad. Well, we can never walk out the front gate of Solitude again. We know that much. Probably some guy accusing me of stealing stuff from his chest when he knows that I'm innocent. Good morning, Plenty of Time. How are you? I'm being a scummy Skyrim player and walk of greeting and using invisible chests and just cheating my way across the country this morning.
Take a look.
We need to sell her the miscellaneous stuff because nobody else will buy it. And then a roll of paper. Yeah, that's what I said, but everybody got upset. I was before, it might have been right as you were coming in or just before you came in, Prinny. I was telling VEEVEEDOOF, this might not be the most exciting thing to watch, but you know damn well that it's an accurate representation of the Skyrim experience. Carrying 700 pounds of crap on your back, walking 2 feet per second to get to the next town. It's clothes. It's just clothes. Sanctified hunting bow versus the ancient Nord bow. I think I need to break that one down. I don't think I know that enchantment yet. Not even use invisible chest. There you go.
Come back to bits and pieces, any?
Nice.
Oh, wow. That was just sitting there? Of course I found it
But
first.
thank you.
Hot coffee.
I got hot coffee and cold coffee. My cup literally runneth over with coffee, y'all. Calrea is so wonderful. She brought me coffee. Alright. Let's go kick the crap out of these guys out here.
Someplace else.
Coffee! Now I'm gonna save before I go out there because A, I don't want to die, and B, I am predicting that the guards who are completely ignoring the battle will take damage from the exploding flame atronach and attack me. That's my prediction, is that we are gonna see that happen. We are gonna see them completely ignore me, just patrol around me. Oh no. Oh, where'd the guys go? Did they just leave? They were like, oh, well, I guess we can't catch him, guys. That's awesome.
Khajiit welcomes you. And also, I welcome
What have you got for sale, Madron? Oh, he's actually still got stuff. Okay. I thought for sure that this would be, like, totally empty. Run! You know what? That's actually perfect timing, though, because the minute they leave, I can loot this chest again. Fishing map. Oh, these are like the DLC things. Okay. Yeah, I need to break those things down.
may your road lead you to
Well,
warm sand.
back to Riverwood, White Run. Back to White Run we go. And we can drop off all that other crap and escape into the wilderness to kill bandits. No one gets mad when you kill bandits. Bandits have families too. The bandits' families don't send hitmen to assassinate you in the street as you carry 400 pounds of stuff on your back. Oh wait. Wrong spell. I'm still trying to get those irons turned into golds.
Whoa. What's the magic?
Watch the magic. Watch the magic. Say, alright, you butthole, where are you?
I serve Jarl Balgruuf. I'll be glad. And of course, now, what would you like to purchase? Very well. Is there anything else you'd like to purchase?
Yes. A
Very
bedroom.
well. Is there anything else you'd like to purchase?
So that's 800 down.
Very
Kitchen.
well. Is there
It's going, Yelleth. It's happening. We're doing it.
Very well. I'll make the arrangement. Is there anything else you'd like?
I think we're out of money. No, we got more money.
The Jarl is, as you can imagine. I'll be glad to. And of course, now, what would you like to purchase? Very well. Is there anything else you'd like to purchase?
It's I couldn't really remember exactly what I was doing, and so far I've basically just like made some potions and sold some stuff and earned enough money to buy and decorate a house because I need to I should have damn. I should have broken down that dagger. I I have too much stuff and I need to get rid of some stuff, so I'm just kind of like going through and yeah, there we go. Okay. So now we can drop everything off. We were getting to the point where our inventory was hitting critical mass even with nothing to sell, just because I've got so many ingredients in my inventory and potions and things like that.
It's a fine day with you around.
Same to you, madam.
Mind yourself.
So, we did not get the anniversary edition upgrade, but the regular version of the game, like the special edition or whatever, did come with, like, they gave me the free upgrades for fishing and all that kind of stuff. So, activate bookshelf. Okay. No. Okay. And bit. And oh, gave me some good stuff. Now we'll just store all this stuff. So that was like 30 pounds of just random bullcrap in my inventory that I could have not been carrying. Let's see. Pickaxe. Inventory. Just getting. I need to, honestly, I need to keep the uncharged ones. Yeah, look at all this stuff. Just stuff. There we go. Yeah, I just dropped 130 pounds of random crap off. That's very nice. That's very much an improvement. Wait, why do I have two? Okay. Store. I'm just gonna wear the ring. There we go. And oh, can I not put bows on these? Can I not hang bows on the... I think you put them in the rack, don't you? Yeah. There you go. Very nice. All right. Well done, everybody. We did it. Now let's go kill some stuff. What kind of quests do we have? Break of Dawn. Yes, sneak plus bow is incredibly broken. Our character is mainly an archer. Okay, so we haven't killed the dragon. We could kill some of these guys. We could do some of this. Let's do the Sadia thing real quick, because that's just easy money. Let's see. That's like 1,000 gold, I think, that we get. Sadia!
Any news of the Alakir? What? How? I thought... But where will I go? I can't keep running forever. After all this, I have to pick up and leave again? If you really think this is the only way, I trust you. Let's not waste any time. Until next time.
Can we at least go to the tavern for supper?
And the thing, I was going to feed you cabbages and apples again. Yes, little fairy, we can go to the tavern for supper.
Come on. Where you at, Sadia? Oh, she's already gone. She's out and gone. Okay. I need to eventually, like, do... I don't think I've ever done the quest version where you don't betray Sadia. Wait. Is she already just, like, gone? Or is she glitched out now? Sadia? Sadia!
This is an old
Come on, chickadee, let's go. I gotta get you to safety.
return to our youth to days.
But yeah, I need to like not betray her. I know that if you don't betray her, you have to travel a lot farther, and there's a cave full of those assassins that you have to fight. And you can get a cool scimitar, but I don't think it's magical. I think it's just a cool looking sword. But I don't actually. I've always kind of just believed that she is a disgraced noble, like they say. They could be lying, I guess.
You're someone who can get things done.
I suppose it's not outside the realm of possibility. They could be lying. Bless me. Oh, sorry. I ought to start the Dawnguard stuff, because then I could get a crossbow. And crossbows are OP. Since we've already apparently started it, I mean, the vampires are gonna start spawning now. But yeah, I'm fairly certain that I've just, like, spent a lot of points in archery already. Oh, no, I'm lying. I haven't. But I'm gonna.
We meet at last, my dear lady.
What is this? What have you done?
Oh, come now. You didn't really expect to manipulate people forever, did you? Your luck had to run out sometime.
I didn't talk to him, VEEVEEDOOF. What happened was, I was literally walking down the street, and a guard was like, I heard they're reforming the Dawnguard. Vampire hunters or something. And it started the quest, and I was like, no!
But she will pay the price for her treason. Not on the way back. Once she gets there, it's not up to me to decide what's done with her. And as for you, I owe you a portion of the reward, don't I? Well, here you go. Spend it wisely, and if I may, don't allow yourself to be fooled by a pretty face. You're better than that.
Chickums! We need chickum eggs. So we can make ridiculously overpriced water-breathing potions. Chickums? Oh, there they are. Oh, no eggs. Damn. Okay. Yeah, let's just travel for a bit. So I do remember that Luna Moth wings, one of the things they do is invisibility. Like, you can make a really nice invisibility potion with Luna Moth wings and vampire dust. That I think it turns you invisible and makes your health regenerate faster for a little bit. So it's literally just the like, oh shit potion. You drink one and then run away. Yeah, so we haven't been over here at all. If I wanted to do the Dawnguard stuff, that's all the way down here. Haven't been to Riften yet. Let's go over here and grab our ritual stone, because we love the ritual stone. And then we'll clear a couple of dungeons and head to Dawnguard. Fort Dawnguard. Truth. Bro, I'm just here. I was just walking. Leave me alone. Ah! I don't remember how to the controls. Jerk. I don't know where my helper is. But that's okay, because I can make a new helper. Oh. Go get him. Nice shot. Okay. It's just potatoes. That's all it is. It's just potatoes. Oh God. First chest. Still remember how to do that. Of course, I do that in Fallout 76 all the time. So. Hey, buddy. Okay, good. I was like, please tell me my helper showed up. Imp stools are used to make paralysis potions. Because I know I usually like to get the greenhouses in the custom built houses. Was it Hearthfire houses? Oh, they've got a lot of imp stools in here. This is awesome. And I usually just grow a shitload of imp stools because you can use them to make really good paralysis poisons. I said potions, but poisons that make fights really easy. I don't want this basket. Get out of here, you bastard. Oh, that's a person right there. Feindal's behind me, wiping a tear from his eye. I taught him so well. Oh. She's like, hey, I heard something behind me. No, no, no. Get him. Oh my god. Guys. Well, never mind. Oof the sneak bonus. Yup. Sneak bonus is where it's at. And as I recall, when you sneak attack somebody, it also multiplies the damage from magical sources. So you can actually have a longbow that just does like plus 25 of 2 different elements of damage, and then you do another 100 when you sneak attack from that. Like, it gets pretty silly. Where's the sneak? Hang on. And then you can increase them too, I think. Yeah, you can increase it to 3 times. And daggers, you can do 15 times normal damage, which is just incredible. Like, I've never done a dagger using build because I've never felt the need to do that much damage, but I'm tempted to try it sometime. But saying that suggests that I'm going to start yet another campaign of essentially a never-ending game, which I don't want to do. Someone's phone is ringing. I hear the buzz. It's not mine. I'm gonna pick all this stuff up on the way out. I just don't want to get over encumbered on my way into the dungeon. I want to make sure everything's dead before I start picking shit up. Is someone there? She just ate shit and died with an arrow in her back, dude. Do you really not know if there's somebody there? Oh, he still doesn't know where I'm at. Okay. You'll be counting it in hell! Ah! Oh. That weapon's a little slower than I remember. I was like, oh, it's not going. I stole his honey nut treat, too. Deal with it. Is someone there? Has someone creeping around here? If I recall correctly, this one's going to take us back outside, and then when we get back outside, that's when we face the main boss guy. Oh. And okay. So this is the exit. Before we go out, and bonk. Oh, I missed.
What was that?
Those are good gauntlets. Alrighty. Well, we did it. Hey, look! I can see my house from here! Huh? What? Huh. Alright, now we can loot the place on the way out. Oh. Yeah, it's like, you know, the dagger thing would be cool if it weren't for the fact that bow and arrow. You know? Like that's the only problem is I got to go past the extra damage for bow to get to that. Oh, this was a trick. There's nothing there that I can actually steal. Okay. I can't actually harvest these mushrooms. I'm honestly like low-key excited about how many imp stools there are in here. I need to remember this for future plays if I do more plays of this. Just keep coming back and farming the imp stools. 15 times multiplier. Yeah. Well, let's see. Let's see, VEEVEEDOOF. Let's see what I've actually done with my character. Like, I know I'm using a warhammer right now, but have I actually done anything? Well, yeah. I did 2 in that. And I also leveled this up. So, in theory, I could still... Well, I was doing maces, though. I mean, it's not like I'm exactly, like, over-leveled with either one of these things right now. So it's not outside the realm of possibility that I could start putting points in that. I wish we'd had this discussion before I sold the Dwarven Dagger of Soul Snaring. Yeah. Does this do something? No. Okay. It does not. For some reason, I thought it might. That was a waste of 2 rare ingredients. I was gonna search the wood piles, because in Fallout 76 you get wood scraps from those. I literally was like, oh, let me get that wood. Jeez. Hmm. Got it. Okay. Ulfir the Blind. Read Ulfir's book. Didn't I just see search Whitecap? Yeah, there we go. Need that. Could always use more salt. Alrighty. Let's head on over to the Ritual Stone. It speaks on so many levels. That book is every story ever told, and every story yet to be told. In theory. Is that Rajir? Or was it Maik the Liar? Yeah, Maik the Liar.
Maik wishes you well. Some like taking friends on adventures. Maik thinks being alone is better. Less arguing about splitting treasure. Don't try blocking if you have 2 weapons. You will only get confused. Much better to hit twice anyway. Maik knows many things, no?
What? That's a cool looking weapon. I've never seen that before. What is happening here? They're like naked people lurking in the woods somewhere? Huh. I kind of want to take one of each of these, like just as a display. It is stuff, but it's like stuff that's not normally here.
I've got your back. What do you want me to carry?
Oh, he's carrying a bunch of crap too. Oh no, I didn't realize. Yeah, 3 soldiers are having a moment. Oh.
What do you want me to carry?
Carry capacity increased. Yes. Now here, take one more thing from me, please. Just carry one more thing. God.
Keep going then.
Okay. Whatever. Isn't there a cave right over here with trolls? Oh. Oh no! I was gonna say the soldiers that left that armor behind turned into werewolves, but it didn't feel like it was gonna work. Because werewolves wouldn't die in one hit. I think the ancient Nordic mace is something that's been added in, because I don't think I've ever seen that before. Grey Winter Watch discovered. I'm pretty sure there's trolls in here. Mm-hmm. There's trolls in here. Kite him! Kite him! Hang on. We got this, guys. Trolls ain't shit. Pow! Got him. Okay. A knapsack. Ooh. Froki's bow? Is that a magical thing, or is that something I gotta, like, return to somebody? Froki's bow. It sounds familiar. Does 10 points of stamina damage. Interesting. That'd be good for hunting, honestly. Like, it's not going to do the most damage, but it's good for hunting because then it'll help keep the deer from being able to run away as quickly, right? That's neat. It's a cool thing. I'm going to try to break it down because sometimes you'll find if you get like a unique item that has a common bonus to it, it's actually listed as a separate thing. So like probably the most advantageous example of that is when you, oh, it's a bunny rabbit. When you do the Wolf Queen quest where you prevent the people from bringing back the Wolf Queen's ghost, you get the Shield of Solitude, which has resist magic. It's like a resist magic whatever enchantment on it. But when you break that shield down, it gives you a separate resist magic enchantment. So the normal resist magic enchantment has like a base of 8, I think, and then that one's got a base of 10, or it's like base 10 and base 12, something like that. So you can actually, if you get the double enchanting ability or perk, you can actually put both resist magic enchantments on one piece of gear and give yourself like 50% resist magic just from that one thing. Which is pretty busted. It's actually very possible to make a character that's completely immune to magic doing stuff like that. Now, you know, they put those rocks there knowing full well that the draw distance was not good enough for me to be able to hit her unless I climbed up here. Him or her. The necromancer. They set this up perfectly to keep me from sniping this person before the actual fight starts. Or behind there. Apparently I can't jump, sneak, and have a drawn bow at the same time. Oh, well that didn't even do anything. Let's go! Okay, we did it. Now there's another good bandit encampment right over there, but I am like totally over encumbered, so I think I'm gonna quick travel back to town and then unload some stuff. Actually, they're not gonna have any money. I'm gonna quick travel to Riverwood, sell some stuff, and then come back. And I can check for chicken eggs over here.
Reforming the Dawnguard. Vampire hunters or something.
That guy. That's the guy that screwed me. I heard they're reforming the Dawnguard. Quest has begun. No. Fishing rods or weapons? Oh my god. Nobody tell Danaz. He might be here actually. Danaz needs to play this, and he needs to do a Legend of the River King run where he actually uses the fishing rod as a weapon. That would be amazing. I said, nobody tell Danaz, and then immediately was like, we need to tell Danaz. Plus 30 to speechcraft? Holy crap. It's pretty crazy, actually. kind of want to get that necklace from him. Oh, the necklace of recuperation. Oh, and he's got a ring too. Oh, the ring is less. That would be good to have. Am I wearing a necklace right now? I don't think I am. Oh, I've got the necklace of alchemy.
The Riverwood. Some may call them junk. Me, I call them treasures.
And then...
All right, then. Still here. What do you want me to carry?
And Imperial light boots. Do I not have the... Okay, Imperial light helmet, light bracers, studded Imperial armor. Okay. Oh, I need to give him some... I need to give him some arrows, don't I? There you go.
Let's get going then.
My sister.
And sell. Okay.
A sale to attract new.
Shish kebab.
The trouble is,
It's like shish kebab, but shish kebab. Did I do it? Was I right? Also, welcome. Shot down and killed Gus Fring. Now then say my name. Gus Fring was blown up by the old dude in the wheelchair, whose name I can't remember. He wasn't shot. So what say you to that, Mr. Babab? Mr. or Mrs. Babab, I guess. Oh, that's stolen, apparently. I stole that book and totally forgot about it. I love the Vernacus and Borlor story. That's such a good story. About the guy who's like supposedly can never, he's like blessed to never miss a shot with his bow and arrow. And then he tries to kill this demon and the demon runs away. So he goes to shoot the arrow and the demon flees. So he misses. And he spends his whole life, like after that in this spiral of depression. And then eventually one day somebody cuts down the tree that the arrow buried itself in. They use it to make a door. This demon shows up and like is like, the hero is dead now. Da 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 da. You'll now my reign will last 1,000 years. And then the wind slams the door shut behind him, and the arrowhead lodges itself in his back. That's the Cliff Notes version, but it's a good story. I'm sure I'm not the only one here that used to collect all the books I used to like the Dwemer style house that's out in the west. What is it? Is it out in the Reach? I can't remember the name of the town, but it's the place that's like built into the side of a mountain. And it was simply because the number of bookshelves there was more than any other house, so you could have like 90 books on shelves. Yeah, but then in the end, he didn't miss the shot, so it all worked out. Hmm. Yeah, he was super depressed. Hmm. Okay. Yeah, I'll get right on that. 3%. Alright. Run across the open flame. It's okay. None of this matters. Can I catch a carp yet? There were carps swimming in this moat, damn it. It's on stream. We have seen it. It happened. And now they're gone. And I'm wishing I'd grabbed one when I had the chance.
You look tired, friend. The banner's near.
Whee! Oh, that water's not as deep as it looks. Oh. Let me out. Let me out.
Mister, just one goal. Oh, thank you. Divines. It's what Brennan said I should do. He's the only one that's been nice to me since Mom. Since she died. My aunt and uncle took over our farm and threw me out. Said I wasn't good for anything. I wound up here, but I don't know what to do. I miss her so much. Really? Do you have a place I could live?
Oh no! I forgot you need a children's room. Oh, this poor child. I'm such a bad person.
Next time.
Oh, look, it's time for me to go. There's a... I don't know if... I think they were in the game before they did the hearth fire. What just happened? Why is Nazim dead?
You tried mercenary work? It might suit you.
Why is this? I mean, I don't really care because he's an asshole, but I'm just wondering why he's dead. Like, were there... Yeah, oh yeah, I'm taking the keys. Now I've got a house she can live in. I don't even know what the keys were for. Hang on. Chillfurrow Farmhouse and Winter Sand Manor. Okay. Interesting. I'm just like wondering, was that like something that they added where he got in a fight with somebody and died, or did vampires attack? Like, nobody else seems to be dead. This is the worst place for the vampires to attack because they show up at the entrance to the town, which means dead. Like, huh, interesting. Okay. I feel so bad for that poor child. Oh no. Nope. Maybe. That's true. He doesn't necessarily have to be dead. He could just be passed out. I just robbed him. Take that. Hey, buddy.
I've got your back.
I need to trade some things with you.
Let's get going then.
I always like to save a set of the Imperial light armor that you get at the start of the game because I don't know that you really can get it again after that. I like keeping it. I'm a hoarder. And I'm waiting to if I ever actually reach that point in this playthrough, I'm waiting to max out my enchanting ability to do something with this hood because I think this is like the only armored hood that you can get in the game is if you kill the torturer in the dungeon. It's like a unique item. So those books were just moving. I was like, don't you do that thing where you shoot across the room at me. Hang on. I forgot to put those Nord weapons in the chest. Okay, so one of those is going to get broken down, and the other two needs to be sold. I'm going to just store that for now, and I'll do it later. I don't feel like climbing all the way back up to the castle. Alright. Let's go check out this house that we've apparently inherited.
Got some good pieces out here if you're looking to buy. Looking to protect yourself or deal some damage.
Blessed steel dagger, harvesting. Okay. Peril. Wait, am I not wearing boots now? Hang on. Oh no, I'm wearing boots. Why won't it let me sell those boots to her? Did I steal them? Whatever, it doesn't matter. Okay. Let's go. About to level up. There we go. It's just that simple. Health. That right there is the good shit. No! Yeah, sorry, VEEVEEDOOF. What can we level? I feel like I'm gonna end up being a light armor guy on this one. Conjuration. Yeah, let's do that. Where is it? There we go. Okay, so I can summon my Atronach a little more quickly. Yeah, it is. You're right, VEEVEEDOOF. I just wasn't thinking. I was a damn fool. I was a damn fool. Hey, buddy.
The warm sand. It is all in this note.
Oh, okay.
Take a look.
I wish I had the money for that. Holy crap. Holy crap. Oh no. I wish I had. That'd be so good. Oh. Well, he gave us a note. Let's read the note. Oh, the Saints and Seducers. Okay, this is this. Okay. So this is how you start the stuff where you have to fight the Golden Saints and the Dark Seducers from the Shivering Isles. That was a DLC thing. I'm not gonna fool with that right now. I'm not fighting Golden Saints.
Where do you want to go?
Take me to Riften.
Back and we'll be off. If you've never been to Riften, be sure to visit the Blackbriar Mead. Remarks of that and you'll forget all.
Tub life. All right, so we're gonna go do the Dawnguard stuff.
Too lazy to walk.
Too lazy to walk. That's me, all right.
Well, you found the right place.
What's happening over here? Oh! Hang on. It's a bunch of Stendar people attacking a vampire. Nice. I can't get an attack in on her because they're all around her. There we go.
Don't set anything on fire, right? You speak to a vigilant Stendar. Yes. We're quartered in the Hall of the Vigilant. Keeper Carset heads Skyrim's branch of our order there, providing healing and
See, the thing is, vampires have really cool looking armor. So, elven armor is 45, 39. Is it worth it for the Fashion Souls statement? What do you think? Anyway, I thought that it was the encounter. There's an encounter where there's like bandits chasing after a noble, and if you kill the bandits, the noble gives you like a piece of fine jewelry as a reward. So that's what I thought I was seeing happen. Fashion Souls until you get to the... Oh! Come here, you bastard! Hang on. can't run forever. Noise. Alrighty. I hear wolves. Yeah, you want to use ice damage when you're hunting, because the ice damage reduces their stamina as well, so they can't run away from you. Once you hit them with that first little burst of ice, it usually tanks their stamina, and then you can just kill them at your leisure. Corundum. He had a bad fall. I need to start playing more Skyrim again. This is making me want to play Skyrim again. Damn you, VEEVEEDOOF. I look forward to seeing the 20th anniversary version of this game. When they re-release it again. So that's the entrance, but I want to come over here first, because there's a cool little spot over here. Just in case anybody watching this now or in the future doesn't know about it, I mean, I can't imagine they wouldn't, because the game's been out 10 years, but, you know, I just found out there's a chest next to the palace in Whiterun, so... Oh! 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 Why, though? Yeah, no poison for you, or no, mana for you, buddy. Get out of here. Hide and get the sneak bonus. Too late, he's dead. And I'm gonna steal his horse. Oh, it's actually considered stealing. This might not be the spot I was thinking of. Interesting. You cannot go that way. Well, okay then. Yeah, I might be thinking of a different spot, or I walked past it, but I remember there was like a road near Riften that if you just kept on walking along like you were gonna leave the area, there was a little alchemist's shack that had a butterfly in a jar that had a rune carved on the bottom of it, and then there was some other cool stuff as well. And there was like a little garden behind the house and a bed you could sleep in. And it was there was actually a whole thing. I don't know if they ever actually figured it out, but there's like 5 different insects in jars scattered in different locations around the game that each has a rune scratched on the underside of the jar. And it's supposed to spell something out, or it's supposed to be like related to the end of the world, or I don't know. There was some whole big theory involving what they were talking about. What's that? What is this? They might have changed this, because I downloaded some DLC that came with the Anniversary Edition, like the free DLC. They might have moved some stuff around. What is this? Blackbriar. Oh, okay. Oh, this is where you go to steal the this is where you go to steal the horse. I remember this. Okay. There's like a special horse that you steal or something. Okay. Anyway, back to the Dawnguard fort. This fox is taunting me. I read a really interesting thing about the foxes. People say like that the foxes will lead you to treasure, and it's actually true, but it's not because they were designed to lead you to treasure. It's because the random treasure chests tend to appear in areas that have less things in the mesh, like the programming underneath the game that basically determines how much stuff is in a given area. There was like a whole really complex explanation that I read, but basically like the foxes are always in flee mode, and when an enemy or when a thing is in flee mode, it always runs towards the least populated area of a mesh, but it also runs towards a point of interest, like to hide behind or whatever. So over time, the foxes will just naturally lead you to treasure if you keep following them, because they're trying to go to an area that statistically is more likely to have treasure. But I don't have time for that, so I'm just going to shoot him in the butt, skin him, and go on with my life. But I'll have to find the article. I'll post it in the Discord because it's really cool. It's if you're interested in game development or you're interested in like how games are programmed, it's a really cool bit of stuff where they literally like, it was such a prevalent thing that they started testing it, and they were like, holy crap, this is true. Like, these things do lead people to treasure. And because it wasn't something that was supposed to be in the game, they actually started like low-key looking for the person at Bethesda that did it so they could write them up or fire them, because they thought that somebody had programmed something into the game that wasn't supposed to be there. And it turned out that it was nobody's fault. It was just the way the game was built. It happens. So I always thought that was really cool. Is that VEEVEEDOOF going to sleep? Time for sippies. TP foo foo. Okay. Let me go get some sippies, and I'll use the restroom, and then I'll come back and I will redeem them for you, VEEVEEDOOF. Give me 1 second. It's been almost 2 hours, so I think I've earned some sips. And that means you get to enjoy the empty chair stream. Hype! Well, it is a new BRB screen in that I didn't have one before. But I was like, I gotta stick with the empty share stream. So I took a picture of my setup and put it on there. But I was gonna get myself an adult sip, but then I remembered that I'm racing Donatello in Mega Man 2 in like an hour and a half or 2 hours. And he's getting faster. His best PB now is 41 minutes, and mine's 35. So I gotta be on my game. But we got some coffee here, Tub Life. One sip. Two sips. And the music is from Voltage. The music's from Voltage Genesis. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your sips. Thank you for your lurks and your support and just being the awesome people that you all are. I like it. I like it, VEEVEEDOOF, quite a bit. The only thing I would do different, I was telling Calrea that I might try to like do some video editing and basically have like the same picture but have the chair be spinning in place. Just empty, but just have the chair spinning like this while the music plays. But we'll see. I've only been streaming for like 11 and a half months, and I just got a BRB screen, starting screen, and ending screen. So baby steps, right? I just think it'd be funny just to have something moving on the screen.
You here to join the Dawnguard too?
Truth is, it's anything like this before. I hope you don't mind if I walk up with you.
Hey, watch it.
Yeah, come on, let's go.
I heard what's going on. Vampires, Dawnguard, all of it. I wanted to help you, so here I am.
Come on, bro. Dude, you just asked me to walk up with you. Let's go.
Whoops.
Go. Go.
Be careful.
Then get off the road. Whatever. You're obviously not Dawnguard material. How does one walk? I don't understand. Catching this butterfly.
You probably killed lots of vampires, huh? I'm sure Isran will sign you right up. I'm sure he'll take me. I hope so.
Stupid rabbit. He was asking for it.
Must be it. Fourth Dawnguard. Bigger than I expected.
Very cool. Sorry, I know VEEVEEDOOF had said he hadn't done the DLC before. I should have been more cinematic about it, but
Changed your mind, huh? The Dawnguard could use somebody like you. All right, then. Report to Isran at Fort Dawnguard, and get moving if you're not paying attention. Haven't you heard that the Hall of the Vigilance was destroyed by vampires? The Vigilance mostly hunt down Dayton. That's why our leader, Isran, is re-establishing the Dawnguard. Real serious vampire hunters.
you have a Skyrim question. First time player last night, and after 3 hours, the gameplay became blurry. Even come across it, it's unplayable. No, I've never had that happen. Is it maybe like an effect? Did you get a disease or something? I'm trying to think, because the game does glitch out a lot. Like, let's be honest, the game's been out for 10 years and it still doesn't work like it's supposed to. Does your controller vibrate while it's doing it? Like, did it become blurry and then your controller started vibrating? Or was nothing happening with the controller?
This place looks almost deserted.
Yes, that is that like a stop motion thing, VEEVEEDOOF. Yeah. Just have it be like burp 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 burp. Like just yeah. Come on, let's go, bro. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, get your ass up there. The only thing I could think of, King 10, would be maybe it like glitched out in some way, and it's treating it like you took damage or you some sort of an effect happened to your character, and the effect is supposed to end after a second, but it just kept going and going and going. That's why, which I have seen stuff like that happen before, where like you get hit and it's supposed to like, or you take like magic damage, and it's supposed to do a thing where you you like bzz, and then you're good, but it just gets locked in that thing where it just keeps buzzing forever. But if it should fix itself when you like save the game and reload it, I would think.
Recruits. Isran will decide if you've got what it takes. I'll tell you, the only thing more surprising than hearing from Isran after all these years was hearing that he wanted my help. I immediately realized things must be pretty bad. Looks like I was right.
That's unfortunate, though. I hate that.
There was a time years ago when we were both members of the Vigilance.
Now, I will say,
their hearts are in the right place, of course. But Isran and I were never comfortable.
I will say that I'm assuming you bought like the full anniversary edition. And I did hear that if you went into the Creators Club and you started downloading mods for it, I have heard some people complain that the anniversary edition actually breaks some of the mods in the Creation Club, and it could, and that's why I didn't get it. I got the 4 free things for people that have the older edition, but if you look on Steam, I know you said you're playing it on Xbox, but on the Steam boards, people were complaining that like basically they had spent all this money and bought all these mods on the Creators Club, and then when they upgraded the game, it broke their game because it wasn't the anniversary edition wasn't optimized to work with some of the mods. So I'm wondering, did you maybe have some Creators Club stuff downloaded, and then you crossed paths with the wrong piece of DLC and it broke it for you? But I'm definitely not. I have played a shitload of Skyrim in my day, but I'm definitely not an expert when it comes to like how it's programmed and things like that. I was just talking about the article I read because I thought it was cool. Hang on. You know what I need to do? I need to turn on. I need to turn on subtitles so when I'm running my mouth, y'all can still see what's being said.
And now that you've stirred up the vampires against you, you come begging for my protection. Isran, Karset is dead. The Hall of the Vigilance, everyone, they're all dead. You were right, we were wrong. Isn't that enough for you? Yes, well, I never wanted any of this to happen. I tried to warn all of you. I am sorry, you know. So who are you?
Nothing. I'm not stealing.
You heard right. I'm glad word's finally starting to get around. But that means I need someone out in the field. Tolan was telling me about some cave the Vigilants were poking around in. Seemed to think it was related to these recent vampire attacks. Tolan, tell him about, what was it? Dim Hollow. Yes, that's it. Dim Hollow Crypt. Brother Agoval was sure it held some long-lost vampire artifact of some kind. We didn't listen to him any more than we did Isran. He was at the hall when it was attacked. That's good enough for me. Go see what the vampires were looking
Hello, Hippie Huff. How are you this morning? So this is what I'm talking about. Elven bow, yeah, that's pretty good. Crossbow, elven bow, crossbow. Look at this. Boom, boom. So ridiculous.
Feel free to poke around the fort and take what you need. There isn't much yet, but you're welcome to anything you can use.
I'll meet you at Dim Hollow. It's the least I can do to avenge my fallen comrades.
Dolan, I don't think that's a good idea. You vigilants were never trained.
I know what you think of us. You think we're soft, that we're cowards. You think our deaths proved our weakness. Stendar granted you do not have to face the same test and be found wanting. I'm going to Dim Hollow Crypt.
Okay.
Perhaps I can be of some small assistance to you.
You there, boy. Stop skulking in the shadows and step up here. What's your name?
My name is Agmir, sir.
Do I look like a sir? I'm not a soldier, and you're not joining the army.
Yes, sir. Isran.
Didn't I tell you to step forward? Farm boy, huh? What's your weapon?
My weapon? I mostly just use my paw's axe when wolves are attacking the goats or something.
My paw's axe. Stendar preserve us. Don't worry. I think we can make a Dawnguard out of you. Here, take this crossbow. Let's see how you shoot.
Crossbow? I've never...
A crossbow. Best thing for killing vampires. Just take a few shots at those crates over there. Watch the recoil. Some getting used to it.
All right, I'm gonna let him keep shooting for a little bit. I'm gonna steal the bolts once I get done in here. There's also a guy outside, the Durlock guy. He will spend a lot of time during the day practicing his crossbow work, and you can just walk by and steal all the arrows from him afterwards. And he has an unlimited supply of bolts in his inventory, so he'll just sit there forever and shoot. Okay, I can't really upgrade it that much, so it's okay. I feel like there's a set of Dawnguard armor lurking around here somewhere. I know I got the helmet already. You can actually get some pretty cool little things from doing the Dawnguard stuff. Like, what's this? That's unfortunate. You can get some cool like magic items and gear and stuff like that. 25% less damage from vampire attacks and drain life spells while wearing a complete set of Dawnguard armor. That's cool. So the helmet is useless by itself. Now they've got doggos. Look at these heckin' good boys. And you can actually take one with you, but they can die, so we never take them with us. We leave them here, and they're safe. But you can, if you're a terrible person, you can take the Huskies with you to help you fight vampires. Give me that. Give me that. There we go. Well, I've only got a handful of bolts right now, so maybe what I'll do is I'll give the crossbow to Feindal, and then I'll just grab the bolts as we go. I'll get them from him later. 'Cause I feel like he'd be better with the crossbow starting out, because I've got a pretty decent bow. It's not a massive damage boost. It's a nice damage boost, and the fact that you can literally start the game, come here immediately, and get that for free is pretty silly, but Just checking for any other lootables. Well, this is lovely. Okay. As we progress through the Dawnguard stuff, we'll be able to get more people here that can like use that you can get some really cool like specialty spells from here that only do damage to undead and things like that. Cool enchantments, that kind of stuff. Yeah, look at all that. So. So how are we doing on bolts now? 35? Yeah, I'll just... Where are you? Come here, you jerk.
Right behind you. What do you want me to carry?
I want you to take this amazing crossbow and thank God that I am the best boss you've ever had. And I want you to use it. Oh. And I want to give you the helmet too, because you look kind of dumb with no helmet on. Let's be honest, you're going to look kind of dumb with this helmet on, but... Okay.
Need something? Until next time.
To Mossy Glen Cave. Oh. I looked at the bear just like, oh God, there's a lot of them. Ah, it was a trap. Jesus. Oh no. Jesus. Oh. I was like, oh look, that bear's running away from me. That was a calculated trap. Oh, that was terrifying. Sorry for anybody whose speakers I just blew out. What a jerk. Ah! Okay. Just kind of looped around. This is not the cave I thought it was. I thought this was the cave with the giant bug in it. Ooh. Ooh. Dwarven battle axe, nice. Luckily, VEEVEEDOOF is an absolute machine and could not be stopped. Hey, buddy. He's an absolute unit. Butterflies! I pick those? Ah! Get out of here! Ah! Great example of a piece of DLC that I think they broke. I got a message when I started the game up that the dwarven mud crab DLC was no longer available or something. Like there was some sort of conflict with other stuff I downloaded, which made me kind of sad because that was like the only bit of Creators Club stuff I had was you could get a Dwemer mud crab that would follow you around and carry like 20 pounds of stuff for you. And it was just really freaking cute. I would usually just get it and then tell it to stay in one of my houses. Just had like a pet robot mud crab. But they took that away from me. Damn you, Bethesda. So we did that. And now quests. Find out what they're seeing. Oh, that's really far away. I'm not doing that. Let's go exploring. How's my inventory, actually? Okay, we're good. Go back to the ritual stone and keep adventuring this way. That's where we're going right there. There's actually I think there's a shrine right there that we could take advantage of as well. Steal some stuff. Cause I'm a dark elf. I don't care. I don't worship Talos. I worship the Nerevarin. Man, I wish they would remaster. Instead of continuously remastering and re-releasing Skyrim over and over and over, could they please, God, please remaster Morrowind so that you can actually see what you're doing on a modern system? Like, that's what I want. I would love... I can tell you right now, I don't normally play, like, the fan-made games and modded stuff. But if they ever actually finish the Skywind mod, where you play, it's like a complete remake of Morrowind, made using Skyrim assets and custom assets, I will absolutely be playing like a full playthrough of Skywind. Because it looks gorgeous. If y'all have not seen it before, well, a Skyrim remake in Demon Souls style is just playing in third person, right? On master level. Bruh. Don't do this, bruh. Bruh. Okay. Y'all have a conversation. y'all will be okay. We'll stay out here. You know what'd be really funny is if I had a paralysis poison and I could hit him from down here and make him like freeze up and then fall. That would make me laugh so hard. Oh, that was a miss. Got him. Man, I'm... Ah! Ambush! Get out of here! Oh no! I gotta say that was a much cleaner looking kill than it felt like. What's in here? Fishing hat. How could I say no? Woo! This one's dead now, right? Okay. Ooh. Where is he? Can't see him, but he's like right there. There he is. Okay. Oh! Clip it. Perfect. Beautiful. Oh. It was amazing. Where's your pog lizard now, VEEVEEDOOF? There it is. I was like, I know it's coming. Let me just walk all the way over here to where this person was standing when I sniped him. I actually went too far because I can't get back up now. Damn. Hang on. Here we go. That was a perfect shot. Look at that. That was a clean kill. Go me. What am I waiting for? Oh, okay. Garlic, Elves Ear, Frost Miriam. I'll take your advice. Garlic, Elves Ear, Frost Miriam. Let's see. Elves Ear, garlic. Nothing, you bastards. They lied to me. Canister root. No. I thought they were giving me a hint about a ingredient thing or a recipe. That's the word, recipe. I really liked the Dance and Fire series in the older older games as well, and I don't think they've got the full series of books in here. Okay, we get it. You can fish now. Onrins. Nice. Fishing boots. Wait. Wait. But I want it. Why can't I have this?
Still here.
It's messed up. It's glitched. And you can tell it's got some kind of a fire enchantment or something on it. Dang it. Dang it. What a ripoff. It makes me sad. Okay. Okay. Garlic. Garlic. We got it. And hey, Divide, how's it going? Good morning. Hopefully you're having a great day so far. We're doing some exploration and killing random fools in Skyrim as the merciless hero VEEVEEDOOF. I wonder how deep that water is. Probably not deep enough. As soon as my guy started to slide down the ledge, I was like, nope, I don't want to find out. I don't want to know. I love how I couldn't see that bandit across the bridge from me, but I can clearly see dragonflies flying around down there above the water. Like, clearly see the dragonflies moving back and forth down there. Oh, it was a rabbit. Dark shade. I can't catch them. They're too quick. How are we doing on inventory space? Not great. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm I'll be right back, y'all, and then we'll check this place out. And hopefully we get a lot of really small, valuable stuff. There you go. I was saying you gotta love the empty chairs. They make me happy. All right. Oh, there's another one. Hello, Mr. Bandit. I'm too quick for you, VEEVEEDOOF. There's a bloody skull right here. As soon as I walk in, Feindal's like, oh. Ah! That was that thing that happens when you walk on loose objects. I love that. Feindal's like, huh. Kooky. So, Divide, I don't know if you saw, but Calrea had messaged you to see if you and the boss wanted to come over tomorrow. I think that we may be inviting Mommy Dami and her husband as well, but that's it. We're just, hang out, eat some food, maybe watch a couple movies or something and chill. If you're, I know you said that she was working yesterday and you're working today, so if you need the day off or whatever, I understand. But in case you hadn't checked your phone this morning, I wanted to mention it. Is that another one over there? No, that's a body on a spike. Okay. They're in? Okay. Hell yeah. See, she don't tell me nothing. I need a magic bow that does lots and lots of damage. Actually, what I need to get is Zephyr. There's a bow. I don't know if you ever got it, VEEVEEDOOF. There's a bow. I think it might actually be part of the DLC. Where you get like the Dwemer Forge or whatever. But there's a bow called Zephyr that it has a special non-magical effect. Like, it can be enchanted, but it also has an effect where it's just a 30% faster draw speed than like a normal Dwemer bow. Um, and it's pretty insane. Like, even though it's not as powerful as a Daedric bow or whatever, if you have like all of the draw speed bonuses and Zephyr, and you've got like a really good archery skill, you can shoot like 2 arrows per second or something crazy, or like 1 arrow every second. So you can literally be sneaking and shoot 2 arrows, and the second arrow leaves the bow before the first one hits the target. Pretty crazy. So that's the one I need. So I need to at least go as far as Dwemer with the crafting on smith, like on the heavy armor side of the smithing, because yeah, right in the butt. That's what you get. Another one. Another one. I'll keep doing it if you keep letting me. Oh, there's another one. Oh, he hit something and stopped. But he killed him. Bruh. How did that miss? Okay. Sure, I'll do it. Oh, I don't have a fishing rod, so I guess I can't use the fishing supplies. Womp. Okay. Noise. I'm loving all this gold ore. He's cheering me on. Yeah, do it. Pick that ore. I'm excited. I'm excited as well, Divide. Love you guys. We love you. VEEVEEDOOF, you're invited too, but you're gonna have to get a plane like now if you want to get here before tomorrow evening. I don't want you to feel excluded. Oh. Yeah, I mean, I could see that. I could see that being a little bit of short notice for you. Probably not the best investment of time and money to fly here from Europe so that you could watch a couple movies and then go home. I mean, we'll feed you, but it'll be unhealthy American food. It won't be like good food or anything. I actually peeled the protective film off of my Oh, there's another one. I thought this was the exit, or the way that I came. What was I gonna say? Oh, I peeled the protective film off of one of my external hard drives. Oh yeah. Fire! Honestly, the most terrifying thing about this cave is that they still have never fixed the issue where you can just be like walking across bones or whatever on the ground, and the collision mechanics cause them to shoot out from under you and deal massive amounts of damage to you. Like they do it, like it hits you 100 times in a half a second and does 1 point of damage every hit. Yeah, we just had a new governor elected in our home state that has basically been like saying, "Oh well, I'm vaccinated, but I don't think that it's right to tell people they need to, and we need to stop letting this virus destroy our state's economy." So basically, when he comes in on the 15th of this month, I fully expect for him to just like immediately revoke all the vaccine mandates and shutdowns, and it's gonna get bad here really quickly. Maybe. I like that, Calrea. I never considered that as a possibility, but that could be it. That could be saving us. Well, Mommy Dami and Penguin also came over like every week for the first, I don't know, 2 months, and we were like the only people interacting with each other. So look at all this stolen food in my inventory. What's going on? No wonder I'm getting attacked. That's true though. Divide was at the My Coronavirus party, weren't you, Divide? Yes, absolutely, VEEVEEDOOF. That's exactly what's going to happen. But Americans are idiots, so here we are. Americans are dumb. They do dumb things. Dumb people doing dumb stuff. It will absolutely make it last longer. And continue to get worse and worse as the virus continues to mutate. But on the plus side, I got approved for another year of telework yesterday, so I'm going to continue to work unless something crazy happens and they just like say never mind and take it back. I've been approved to be able to work from home 3 days a week through the year of 2022. So I'm not paranoid. Are you lonely? Calray is lonely. See, my thing is, I had a hobby for 2021, Calrea, and it's called streaming, and I've been doing it 60 to 80 hours a week for the last year. You need to find a hobby. Oh my god, that scared the crap out of me. Yeah. Hey, look. A goat. I'm going to turn your horns into torches for my house. This fat bastard bear swimming in the river like he owns the place. That bear's like, what was that? Must be the wind. Somebody's sneaking around out here. I'm gonna find you. Stand up and present a larger target. Oh, you hate to see it. And people say archery is hard in Skyrim. People are crazy. Not sure that should have been a fatal hit, but okay. My cat is hardcore snoring over here. Who the hell are you? Are you here to rob me? Are you here to rob me, bro? You're gonna rob... He looks exactly like me. He's wearing my outfit. What the hell?
Nice try. I'm not going to ask again.
Okay, good.
Then I guess... It's your last week.
Oh. Jerk. I don't even know where he came from. He just ran up out of the bushes and was like, please, kill me. I'm an idiot. Help me. Free me from this hell. Okay, so now he looks exactly like... Now I look exactly like him. There you go. COVID happened the worst time possible. The school's been hell. So then study yourself and do these homeworks before next time. Yeah, that's honestly, that's the thing I feel worst about is the school thing. Like, people are so... Like, people had to be so selfish, and it's really impacted the people that are still in school, you know? It's really upended at every level, you know, primary school, secondary school, college, universities, like everybody's been negatively impacted. If you were trying to get an education when this started, good luck to you, child. Oh, you're a little stronger than I thought you were. Fort Amol. Oh, wait, back up. I have a really crushing political burn that I could execute, but it might be pushing it even for me, because I don't want to alienate people of a specific party, but. So I gotta hold it to myself forever, unfortunately. So much for the tolerant left. Yeah. I'll make jokes every once in a while, Yelleth, but this one probably would have been pushing it. Does it? Yeah, it do. His left collarbone just crumbled to dust right there. Oh, this dude is just watching me murk his friends. Like, don't come any closer. Okay. I'll stay right back here and kill you. Oh, that's unfortunate. Fort Amol. 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 Oh, lovely. Yeah. This is true, Kaurea. This is true. You'll call him by his proper name. G-Rex. Roar. 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 This shouldn't kill me, right? Nah, I'm fine. And let's see what's inside. Professor G. Rexington. Oh, I picked the wrong door. Oh, shit. Oh, I picked the wrong door. Oh, no. Not the door. Oh, no. Well, I'm dead. Ah! VEEVEEDOOF's like, use the full heal, use the full heal. Like, no, I'm running. Oh, Lord. That sucked. Alright, y'all, we're going back. Go get him, buddy. I just leveled up again, VEEVEEDOOF. Like, literally just now I leveled up. Oh. I like that. I like all of that. Where's the other one? There were two. The other one was an ice one. And there's Faendal over there, like, just chilling. Okay. We're going back in, y'all. Here we go. Did they get killed? Maybe that one got killed before I turned around and came back. Oh Lord. Yeah, that's pretty much what it means. Hang on. Alright, y'all. Divide and VEEVEEDOOF have worked together to deliver a 90-hit Ultra combo. And as such, I will see you all in 1 minute and 30 seconds. I don't have permission to perform that action. Well, that seems like a lie. Let's see. Now I'll see you in 90 seconds. Nothing. Nothing. I'll have a lightning battle with you. You don't know the power of the dark side. Thank you for the babies and the commercials. Appreciate you guys. Ba 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 ba. Ba ba ba. Oh. Hello? Is there anybody there? Oh, nope, there's not. Okay, we're good. Oh, sliced goat cheese. That's a high level item. Oh, what am I doing? Hang on, wake up. Oh, I thought that said apprentice level. Okay. Okay. Get that salt. Yummy. Yummy salt. Blackbriar. Those are good potions, honestly. BRB? Okay, VEEVEEDOOF. I might be here. I might be here. Oh, I'm gonna make an apple pie. Here we go, y'all. Aw, carrots. Gross. I think we're done here. Right? Feels like we looted everything. Jerk. You don't know the power I wield. So where's this one enemy that... Oh, was this one chasing us? Oh, and I am exactly over encumbered. Damn it. Perfect. Okay. You cannot conceive of the power I wield. Yeah, probably. I'm gonna really piss VEEVEEDOOF off. Health. Archery. I need that. And that. And that. Just this. They have like a refined crossbow that you can get that has a 50% chance to stagger all but the largest opponents, and it stacks with the power shot. So basically anything that can be staggered will be staggered every time you shoot them with a crossbow. You just hold them in place. I would like to... Let's see. Oh, I've been slacking here. What have I been spending my level ups on? There we go. I was gonna say I need to upgrade my alteration, but I'm not high enough. I need to get to the point where it doesn't cost me my entire magic bar to cast transmute one time. So I wish you could just... Okay, well, I'm going to be finishing up in about 10 minutes, VEEVEEDOOF. I don't know. I need to check the Discord and see if Danaz is still good to race later. But if he is, I might be online. I might just record it. I'm not sure. Let me see. Let's see what he says. Yep, he says he's in. So in about an hour and 10 minutes, I'll jump on for the race. We might do like a couple of runs, just because it's not a long race. So if you got to go eat, I guess I'll see you when I see you. I wish you a good rest of the day. Because I definitely need to eat before we do our race. I can feel my tummy rumbling. Oh, here we go. There's our food barrel. More books. More books. Hang on. Take on. Okay. Bit. And then we'll put the books in. Wait, where's the rest of my books? Where did all my books go? Did my books just like all vanish? All my books vanished. What the shit? Give them back. It took away my books. That was an interesting glitch. Never seen that before. There is actually a glitch you can do where, and I'll be honest, I've tried to do it before, where you can make copies of, there's a Daedric book that, it's a Daedric artifact that when you read the book, when you read the book, it becomes, it like levels up one thing. You can choose to level up one of your skills one time or whatever. And I have definitely duplicated that using a glitch in this game before. But it ended up being kind of a pain in the butt. Like, it wasn't really worth the amount of time and the risk of messing up your game. So I don't really do that type of stuff anymore. We already have light bracers. Yeah. Okay. Buddy.
I've got your back. What do you want me to carry? Let's get going then.
Okay. Wait, is he not wearing any gloves now? Why aren't you wearing gloves,
What do you
Faendal?
want me to carry?
What's wrong with you, man? What is your malfunction?
Lead, I'll follow. What do you want me to carry?
There. Okay.
You lead, I'll follow.
I don't know what was going on there. Alrighty. Let's take all of this. We're going to do some quick crafting to finish up the day. And then we'll take about an hour break, come back and race Donatello in Mega Man 2. Hopefully I don't embarrass myself too terribly. But you never know. Never underestimate my ability to embarrass myself. Come on, hurry up. Give me that cast. There we go. Okay. Let's make some gold bars. And then let's turn all these skins into leather. weight is going in the wrong direction now. So let's turn 12, 16, 20, 32, 36, 40. Whatever. And let's make some stuff. Gold jeweled necklace. Noise. And bracers. This is totally a legitimate way to level your character. I don't want to hear anybody complaining, saying that I'm cheating or anything. This is totally normal. This is how you do it. I want to hear, oh! Oh, it's a raid from Mitch. Oh, no. Hello, Mitch. How are you doing? Machini-san? That's right. It's a legitimate strategy. You got Brownie? What you mean you got Brownie? How are y'all doing? Welcome, welcome everybody. I'm the Phenomenal Sir. I play a little bit of everything, but I'm actually getting ready to end my stream because I just hit the 3-hour mark. So, unfortunately, I'm going to have to pass y'all off like a hot potato on to the next person. Well, that's good, Mitch. I'm happy for you. You have a nice neighbor. I play lots of retro stuff. I play lots of survival-y stuff. I play things that will not make me rage. At least I try to play things that will not make me rage. Just general, you know, happy time games. That's the goal. You'd pass yourself off as a hot potato. Now, you know, body image is an important thing to try and, like, keep up. And I don't think it's fair to call yourself a potato, Mitch. I'm sure you don't actually look like a potato. But I was actually just doing some last minute crafting and things. And then I was going to level up. And then I was going to just head on out. Because I gotta eat some breakfast. And I'm coming back in about an hour to race Donatello in Mega Man 2. So, yeah. Was there somebody that you had considered raiding before you chose me, Mitch? Or was I the only person you had online? Because if there was somebody that you were like, oh, I could raid one of these two people, and you chose me, I'd like to raid them and not somebody else. Because I literally was like, all right, guys, because VEEVEEDOOF just jumped out, and I was like, all right, later, VEEVEEDOOF. I'll see you in an hour. And then you guys came in. Umbra? Okay, well then we'll raid Umbra. That's totally fine with me. I haven't seen Umbra play in a long time, so thank you to everybody who came in today, hung out, lurked, chatted. Thank you for the raid from Machini-san. I never know if I'm saying it right, if it's Machini-san or Mitch-any-san, or I just say Mitch. Thank you to Mitch for the raid. And like I said, I'll be back in about an hour if y'all want to watch a couple of runs of Mega Man 2. Otherwise, I hope that I have more time to spend with you next time. And until that happens, stay healthy and stay safe out there, y'all. Later.